was going to talk about Raynaud's disease. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Heather. I am a certified hand therapist and an occupational therapist, and I help people recover from injuries in the upper extremity so they can get back to doing the things that they love. And I do this in a holistic way by looking at all aspects of their life that may be contributing factors. So Raynaud's disease. It's Raynaud's phenomenon, actually. This is a vasospastic condition, and what happens with this is that people will get severe, they can get mild to severe pain in their fingers and their toes, and there's a bunch of different symptoms that goes along with this. So that's kind of known as Raynaud's phenomenon. Those are like the sequela of the symptoms that you get. There's something called Raynaud's disease, which is when you have the phenomenon of the symptoms without any underlying medical condition to go along with it. And then there's something called Raynaud's syndrome, which is when there's usually some other underlying condition, something like scleroderma, collagen disorder, that kind of thing. Not very common though. So what are the symptoms of Raynaud's? Pain in your fingers and your toes when you're exposed to cold. And it doesn't have to be extreme colds with this. People that are super sensitive it can just be slightly cold, and they'll have difficulty going outside with their fingers getting stiff and everything and painful. So typically what happens is you will get a change in color of your fingers or your toes. Your finger will initially turn white, sometimes black, and that just indicates a lack of blood flow to the finger. And then it'll turn bluish, purplish, and that is just the deoxygenated blood kind of pooling in the finger. And then it'll turn pinkish, and that just is the blood flow is being restored to the finger. So with this, you get obviously some pain and discomfort. You can get stiffness of your fingers, difficulty moving them, and it can be excruciating. I have a friend that I run with, and sometimes, she'll complain of that in her toes, and it's really hard. So she gets really proactive and makes sure that she takes care of that. So what causes Raynaud's? Sometimes they're not really sure, but an inflammatory issue. Certain drugs can cause this as well, and as well as vibratory tools can also be an issue with that. So what do? I have a little hand warmer here. I just have to grab. I have my warm mittens on. So what can you do? You can wear really nice warm mittens. Mittens are wonderful. Mittens will keep your fingers warmer than gloves. And then you can hand warmers, all right? Hand warmers can go, and they also make foot warmers. They go in your shoes and they go in your mittens before you go outside. Do it a few minutes before you go outside so that you prep your fingers and they're nice and warm before you actually get outside. That can help decrease the spastic occurrence that happens when you go out into the cold. Avoid the cold. You can stay inside, but that's kind of not fun either. So just be proactive. Wear nice thick socks, wear nice thick mittens, and move your fingers. You want to keep the blood flow as much as you possibly can. So motion helps with the blood flow. The other thing is, talk to your doctor about certain meds can actually cause this spastic occurrence in your system. So you want to make sure that there's nothing occurring in the medications that you're on that may be contributing factors. The other thing is caffeine can contribute to this, as well as smoking. So keep an eye on all of that. So again, what do you do for it? The hand warmers, heated gloves, actually. They make heated gloves now, heated jackets. I have not tried them. I know a friend of mine has actually purchased them because she has intolerance to cold as well. There's a medication that actually can help, but if you want to stay more natural, there are certain things like omega-3, omega-6, and ginkgo biloba. But again, you need to talk to your doctor about all those different types of treatments and see what might help with you. Avoiding caffeine is another thing, and obviously stopping smoking. Those are all the big ones. So in this freezing cold weather, which I feel like, so it's -4 here without the wind chill factor, but it's -50 in the Midwest. So stay warm, be proactive if you've got this condition. And if you have any questions, please comment below. I'm happy to chat.